tuned to the bottom line Liberia 24/7.
A critical mass. You see, I've been president for a long time. That's why you're always careful with your words. Now.
Well, welcome to the bottom line Liberia. I'm sorry for all of those glitches. My name is Agnew, but I think I'm getting much better. I'm getting there, trying to sort it out. We want to say welcome to you. If you're just joining us, this is the bottom line Liberia. Today is the 23rd of April 2000. That's 2024. And today is the 23rd of April. So, meaning that we've gone, if we look at the inauguration time, then we've gone 3 months. We've gone 90 days. So, we got 10 more days, and then we'll be hitting our 100 days mark. That is the new government. But we want to say welcome to you wherever you're joining us from, whether from Liberia or from anywhere in the diaspora. We want to say welcome to you. This is the bottom line Liberia discussions. My name is Linford Egon Goa, and I have with me a host of panelists tonight. Jima Kamara is there, and also Paul the Lord Chilople is here already. Jima is going to be joining us pretty soon, and later on during the course of the program, we'll have Francis Mensah from Sweden and Gard Tume from Germany. This is a European diaspora platform. And so if you don't know much about us, we come every Tuesday and Friday. And today we are here to bring you much needed information that we provide. Some of what we'll be looking at tonight, we'll be looking at the by-election in Nimba County, how it went, how did it go, what happened, and we'll also be looking at the plight of the dismissed EPS agents. What is the next step? And if time permits, we will be looking at other top stories in the newspapers in Liberia. And so stay tuned. We're going to take a short musical break, or when we come back then, Paul will be coming in to tell us a little bit of what is unfolding in the UK. You know, Paul lives in the UK, and not only in the UK, but also in England, and he's a friend of the King Charles. So, you know, every time we have him here, it means that we have a representation of the royal family here. In a black man's skin, but Paul not turn that. Would I give Paul a chance to tell you? We're laying get ready. So, welcome again. This is the bottom line Liberia discussions.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Wave your hands. Wave your hands. Wave your hands. Wave your. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. People fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will knock the ball. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they said they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then instead they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us.
The people fool us, they lie to us. This is the story we hear all of the time. And tonight, you'll be surprised what happened in Nimba County during a by-election. But Paul, let me say welcome to you. Today is the 23rd of April, 2024. 23/4/24. Welcome.
Thank you, Linford. Thank you. It's good to be back on the Bottomland. This is the Lord Chilpe, the friend of King Charles,
Right.
who lives in the great city of London. It's good to be back here to have a fascinating discussion tonight. And to our viewers, for those of you that are following us for the first time, kindly share the show. Yes. How are you, Linford, my brother? How are you doing?
Oh, my brother, I cannot complain. I'm great, to see this day. And every time I think about April in our country, April has been a very, very, difficult month. We think about April 14, 1979, April 12, 1980, then April 6, 1996. And the April thing just continued. In fact, after the April 12, 1980, then exactly 9 days after, people always get our date mix up. Exactly, it was exactly 9 days after April 21 was when the government officials, the 13 government officials were executed. So,
yeah. Before we get into that, I think Lucretia is in the background. Let's see if we can bring her on to make this.
Yeah, okay, good.
Well, the all-powerful, welcome to the Bottomland. You see, she all said.
Good evening. Nice to be back.
Yeah.
Nice to be back with you guys. Good evening to the audience. Good evening, everybody. And for my end, I'm doing good. Just that it's freezing cold.
Great.
Yeah, you see, again, we come back to this weather thing here. This is a European thing. So our viewers never get bored with us whenever we talk about weather. This is a European thing. One day, man, you have hope. Okay, we're moving to the summer, right? And then the next day, the past 2 days, it was hard.
Absolutely cold.
Yeah, then all of a sudden today, I don't understand. The temperature was reading positive 12, right? But it was cold. So I don't know. Look, it's very easy, especially where I live. It's very easy to understand why, even if the sun is shining, it will always be cool because it's mountain all surrounding us, and on the mountain we still got snow there. The snow will be there until maybe the
all in all, we are all great. We're all doing good. That's amazing.
Guys, stop complaining and go live back in Africa, especially Liberia. There is a very beautiful weather over there. It rain is hot, it's sunshine is hot. So you will not complain. You wake up, you cook your palm butter, you eat, you sleep, you drink some kind of cooking juice, chocolate, beer, you be absolutely fine. You leave the white people country. It's not your country. I can see my dear friend Jemai is on the show today. And to our viewers, this is the guy that decided to go outside to buy his gadgets. Is it okay today?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today?
Hi, Jamal. How are you?
Good.
We are okay.
Lou, if you mind facing the camera, we always see your other side. Sis Lou?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to face the camera.
That's it, because I've got my laptop and I've got
Yeah,
my
you need to
money.
face the
Maybe that's
camera.
why.
You're not facing the audience. The other side is
That
half side.
okay?
No.
Try a
Okay.
little bit. Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
okay.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
you
because
say you're not
I've
doing
got
it right.
But
my
yeah, no,
laptop and
she's
my
looking
money.
at the monitor. She's looking at herself
No,
on the
but you need to
computer.
face the audience. You need to face the camera. Or else we're looking at a half side of
See,
face.
the
So that
one,
means I'll have to use my laptop instead of my monitor, because I
no,
don't
Yeah, but
have
then,
do not use a monitor. Use a laptop, because the laptop is what focusing on you.
yeah, because now
Uh-huh.
you need to pay attention to the audience because they're only seeing half of your face.
what's happening here, because
Okay,
I
it's cool now.
normally use my monitor.
Okay, get in the background. Do
There
that.
you
Will
go.
bring you back
Very
up.
good.
Now
Now
this is Sis Lou we're looking for.
now
This
you
is
got a
exactly
contact.
you
You got a contact with the audience.
All right, that's great.
Thank you.
Well, the thing is, this guy who been away for months, he just come and start picking faults. What's going on with you, Jamal?
God, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you today? Where are we starting from?
We
We
started
started
from London.
Liberia.
We started from.
I don't think I need
what
to
is that?
respond to Paul's questions. I think I have had enough of him, so I think we go straight to the point.
So when are you going to make for us here?
No, I don't.
Okay, guys,
It's actually good.
welcome
It's
to our
good to
audience.
see you.
Thank you.
If
It's
you
good to
joining
see you.
us via Chala TV in Liberia, I want to say thank you for joining us. All you need to do is invite a friend. Click on the link and then send it to your friend, and then your friend can also join us, because we're going to be talking very important things tonight. Guys, let's get into business, right? Today is the 23rd of April. We're talking about the April month. April is always some kind of thing always happening in Liberia. Something always happening. If it's not good thing, a bad thing. But here we are today, the 23rd of April, and 22. That was April 22 yesterday. I think he made a government 3 months into office, if I'm not mistaken, because inauguration was January 22nd. So this should be about 3 months of the government in office, and they promised us 90 days. So we got 10 more days. But the next question I want to ask is a general question to everybody. Nobody could have good answer to it or bad answer to it. I just want to get your view, and that's what we do on the show. Are we on course as we see things unfolding with our new government? Are we on course? The 100 days, most of the things they promise, the deliverables, are we seeing evidence of it?
Well, Linford, if you ask me that question, I would say, well, yet they're on course with everything until May 1st or 2nd, and then they will bring all they have done. They're on course. If you elect crooks to come back to power to steal, and you're expecting to be on course, you might be in a cuckoo land. Everything is on course. That's all I can say to this.
Okay, thank you. Says Lou, you think we're on course?
Yes, we are. I think we are on course.
Of course, bro.
I think we are on course. Sis, you want to come in?
I think we are.
You want me to say something?
Good. That's why I just wanted to get a view. And I think we are too.
I think we are on course.
Nobody has given me all the. I'm not saying, we can make it, so it means that we are on course.
I think we are on course. Given the fact, I mean, you want me to say why?
Yes, you can elaborate.
Yeah, because given the fact that where they took the government from, they've done so far. They are paying 6 months, some half of the pay to the civil servants that were owing, and that's a big plus. Regardless of promises, these are political promises they make before you get to power, and this is everywhere in politics. I think we need to give them credit for so far in managing things, and I think we're going to go through some other stuff tonight where we see the House is coming with some power. I think they are better than the previous government, I can believe. So I think we are on course. Technically, we are on course.
You know, Jamal, I like the way you say it.
Even
credit. I would not give anybody credit who have been sitting down working for 50 years in one place, come and not doing the right thing, and I'm gonna give them credit. This is not
You
time for
think,
credit. This is time to
I
shoot.
disagree
And that's
on
the
the fact
point.
that
No,
Paul, I
Yeah.
will disagree.
Paul, then will be Paul, then will
Now,
be defeating your own answer. You said they are
No,
uncles. So
no,
how
I'm
can they be
talking to
uncles? And you want to
Jamal
criticize
because
them?
he's no, I'm just talking to Jamal because
yeah.
if I can say, look, this
but
is what I've
Jamal,
been doing for thousands of years. I cannot come in and say, let's give Paul credit. No
Yeah,
more
but
credit for me. I've
why
been
you
doing
don't
it.
know,
So I'm
Paul?
being spot
The
Got
government is
more
not run by
credit. I
the
don't want
government
to
is not
hear.
run by one of Wakai alone. He got team of officers and they're working with him, and he's just there to oversee things. And definitely, you know that he's not going to every ministry to make sure that he fed things. So when you're in politics, when you're in campaign mode, you make a lot of promises, and he said he will deliver it. And 100 delivery, you said it once on the show that looking at some places in Maryland, there was some plus, some credit should be given to them. I think you should take that into consideration as well. And we're not going to they're not failing. If you look at it, if you want to grade them, that grade card would be like, I think I'll get a 70% on that grade card for now. And giving the consideration, taking into consideration the government they took it from, it was dismal performance by the past government. They are putting things together. It's not easy. It's a puzzle they have to put together. They have to get funds. They have to do a lot of stuff together. So we were very hopeful when we did damages done. So I think we should give them credit.
Jamal, this is where I differ with you on. This government that just gone, if you do the comparison that 3 months to this government, 3 months, then the other government will have 198% because these people that most experienced, they stay appointing. As we speak today,
it's not about experience, about it's a resources being available, Paul. They can have all the best experience. They don't have the resources available. They don't have the funds, and they came into a place where there's already gaps. I mean, a vacuum created, a financial vacuum. So what do you think? It's not easy. Have you been following news?
We were told there was surplus left there by the previous government. So there's a lot of money there. So there's no.
Do you know that the central bank government is not allowed to travel right now? His passport has been seized to give some account of some stuff.
Well, guys, I don't think.
No, I just want to tell you that I'm not the party government, but let's give credit where credit is due, guys. The central government bank governor has been hired not to travel. For some reason, to give an account for money that was to be in a custody in the fund. So we should get them credit. We should get them credit.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, guys. The question that I asked was not to bring down the government or to discredit them or to grade them. It was only for me to find out whether they come. And it's good that each one of you gave your own assessment, that their own course. Okay, fine. And even if they were performing well, nobody in life can perform 100% well. No, it's not possible. And nobody also can fail totally. Even if, like, for instance, when we were in grade school, right? Even if they get test and you fail, you still get 0, you still got something. Like there's nothing, you still carry something like math, 0 or 10 or 20. So nobody can fail totally that you can't do anything. And then nobody, when you get 100, that 100 you get, that's just the score that was set for that particular test. But it doesn't mean you know everything, And some of us aspire to get 100. when they call you to come answer, you're scared. But
the theory in the West here, whether you pass or you fail, all of them go in the same class.
Yeah, everybody will go, because the point about it is, I used to question that. Right now I work in a school, I teach. I'm a teacher right now, so I used to question that. But when they explain to me, then I got to know, that there is something about that person that kept them behind. So we gave them the next chance for them to go. As they go along, they'll be catching. Oh, it's true, But like, we can fail the people flat, which is very discouraging. But again, that's our system. And so now when I explain to the guy how our system works, when we can get people to promotion, they say, "What? You miss my pass 2 times a year?" I say, "Yeah, I can do it." So, but tonight we're looking at very pertinent issues. The first thing is the biggest thing happening politically, where they are having by-elections in Nimba, or they had by-election in Nimba County to find a senator that will replace Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn. As you know, he was senator for Nimba County, and then he was elected to the vice president. The guy appoint anybody, you have to vote, to choose your choice. So the race is between two people, or one Samuel Koga and also Nya Twanye. So it's a two-horse race. So there's no third party. So if they got 100 people voting, divide 50-50 or 60-40. So the elections took place today, but photos are, and beside this photo, credit goes to the Front Page Africa. Beside this photo, and what we know so far, we don't know any other thing. Whether counting, I saw one live video somewhere now, where counting is taking place. On that live video, there's counting taking place. They are counting the ballots. But besides what we know and what we will see in this picture, there is no further information, at least that I know of. Okay, so my network is actually acting up. But these are pictures coming from some of the sites. The first picture is one of the precincts, where the voting places where the Sorokias ballots. You see, as early as 9 to 10 o'clock this morning, it was like that, where you see there's one man standing right by the window there, and another one standing by him, and it was literally empty. So reports are that the turnouts were very low. If you look at the other picture further right with the truck, you see a whole truck coming with just few people inside. I don't know, they were trucking people or where they got the trucks from. Few people in there. Then you look at the other picture to the bottom, the other two pictures, you see one of the hall is practically empty, and the other hall on the far right hand side, I don't know what is on your left, with the lady with the yellow t-shirt or yellow blouse. You can see that just few people. So this is supposed to be a by-election for the people in Nimba County to replace their senator, who is now vice president. And the turnout at that time of the day was this low. What are some of the reasons why we should think that this turnout was this low? I mean, just from our own, we may not be right, we are not wrong, it's just our own perception. What we think, why you think we make this turnout to be this low? This is just a picture from a few of the places. Anybody?
Well, Linford, I mean, usually by election, you may have 10 or low. And in a situation with Liberia, where 3 months ago we had new leadership and there have been allegation of corruption and all this, people are discouraged to go vote for another group of crooks that will go in their house and do the same thing that will not better off their life. So this is the reason why we get low turnout. And that's the fact. And besides that, I don't see any reason why, because these are the set of elections that is on a local level. People should be able to turn out in numbers to go and vote. But in Liberia, when they put these guys in, they turn their back on the people. So people are just fed up. They will sit home. And they see if a big county like Nimba County, people trucking people from other places, it just tells you it is where it is in Liberia. So people will not be encouraged to vote because of the crookedness in our people.
I think.
Before Jima or since you come in, Jima, you come in, but let me just modify the question. Let me add something to it too. Or again, the question here is why we think, or why should the turnout be this low? But again, remember that there is a factor with Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson is backing one of the contestants, which is Samuel Koga, okay? And then the United Party is backing the other contestant, which is Nya Twanye. And Prince Johnson have been sending there. Just 2 days ago, Prince Johnson was on some interview where he spoke to the people and it was clear. He said, do not vote for the person who the president or whose hands the president is raising, which is So could that be some of the contributing factors? It said that the people in the country themselves are divided. Also, like, you know, some of them, they don't support the PYJ or Kennedy, and then the other group don't support the Unity Party Kennedy. What's something? Come in, Chima or Sislu. Okay, I think Chima is in the background, so Sislu, we can.
Yeah, I think some of the factors Paul just outlined, I want to believe it could be some of it. And also, Nimba County at this present time, I think they divided because when you look at Prince Johnson, all his rhetoric he been preaching in regards to the way in which UP government have treated the Nibadians, that could be another factor as well, because the vice president is, I think, supporting the candidate that UP got, and Prince Johnson is supporting another candidate as well. So I think it could be some confusion because Prince Johnson being the godfather for Jeremiah Kuhn and things, because if you listen to his recording, he clearly saying that and Jeremiah Kuhn is under duress to do things that he really doesn't want to do, but because of his position, he has to flow with the UP and support the president. So I think it could be so many issues happening, and maybe the Nibadians who are feeling left over, even though they've got the vice president position, and I'm not sure whether they've got any other positions in the government, because I think they were promised that they were going to have quite a few positions in the government, top senior roles, and they haven't gotten that yet. So that could be another factor too, and maybe Nima could decide, so you know what, we're not going to vote UP candidate, maybe we'll go with the one Prince Johnson one, but we really don't know. But I think for this election will determine whether Prince Johnson stayed a godfather for Nimba County. This is what I'm waiting to see. But whoever candidate should win, good luck to both.
Very good analysis. Jima, you come from Nimba County.
Yeah, I think what is happening in Nimba has two underlying factors. They got the ethnicity at one side. If you look at the candidate we're missing out here, there are 4 men in the race. 2 of the down trap, another 2 from the man trap. The down trap with the gear trap, the man trap with the man trap. So you can see there's a competition there already. That's one. Another side of it also is this. You also see that Prince Johnson, on the other hand, is not supporting another one of the candidates because he did not receive support from the Unity Party. So you have withdrew his support from the Unity Party candidate. So those are the factors that are affecting the turnout in Nimba County. Prince Johnson is also a figure that cannot underestimate Nimba. You heard the video being circulating in the social media about his argument about why support he does not. You know, you also understand. I can't even say what he's been going on. He's been around for a little bit, 2 or 3 days now. So what is the Nimba need to prevail here? The Nimba needs to prevail is forget about the ethnicity and come, because if somebody is going to be elected as a senator for Nimba County, he's not going for one ethnic group. Nimba has about 3 or 4 different ethnic groups here. So if you're going to have these split coming up, you're going to hurt the development, the generation of that county for years to come. So what they need to do is just come to their mind, just leave politics aside and think, look, we need to put our differences aside and elect somebody that will be in the interest of the county. This is what the Nimanians are missing. So it's divided on 2 groups. On ethnicity, the Dan, the Gil, and the Manus against each other in this presidential case. Senatorial race, as well as the Prince Johnson factor. They're what the issue is right now. And that will affect the turnout. And it's up to Nimba to decide who they should put up there that will represent the county. It's not about ethnicity right now. It's not about Prince Johnson. It's about who represents you in the House, who make a decision for your county. This is what I think I've seen so far from what I've seen. So they need to put ethnicity aside, put this godfathership aside, and bring somebody that will vote, that will unite the county and bring development to that county. So generation to come will benefit.
Yeah, good. And now we like you said, let's say Lou said, we hope to see, we still waiting. I saw a live video somewhere where they say counting is going on. So hopefully they may be coming out with the results pretty soon, maybe tomorrow morning or probably late tonight. And then let's say Lou said, then we'll see who's calling the shots for Nimba County now, whether it's Prince Johnson or the Unity Party is still having strong support in Nimba County. Then we're going to see. But guys, let's move on to something else, and then we'll go to Chima to take us through the rest of the papers. What I want to also look at is something that has been trending also in the news. That is about 200 of the EPS officers that were guarding George Weah's presidency were dismissed or taken away from the job. According to them, illegally. They say they didn't pay them. They took them from the job with no reason. We need to tell them that they were not qualified when they were trained, and they've been some of them they've been working since 2018 until 2023, and he said they are not trained. Then you take them from the job and you didn't pay them, and those guys are people who carry guns, and because that's in line with their line of duty. Okay, they're supposed to have gun to protect the president. They will not be using rubber gun. So these people, they've been complaining that they want the government to do something, but still, there seems to be nothing happening. And so one of them were on some interview somewhere recently, which we cannot independently verify, but that live video, that interview circulated on the internet, and a lot of people saw it.
Okay. It was Sekou Sharif.
Yes, yeah, that was a journalist, Sekou Sharif show. And the guy was like, I don't know, Paul, whether you can find that video.
Oh, wow.
I should also have it. And the guy was like displaying his gun and saying, listen, they dismissed us. They didn't even disarm us. We say all of them, they still have their gun. And he said, more than 30 of them, they still have guns. So the question that a lot of people are asking is Liberia really safe? Are we safe in a situation where you have guns in the hands of people who were dismissed from the job, and these people are dissatisfied, and they still have their guns with them, and nobody can take the guns and the guy said nobody will take a gun from him. If anybody wants to take a gun, he will resist. And if a man who is bearing gun tells you that he will resist, it means that he will not give you the gun easily. He will fire. Okay? And you can't go take a gun that is firing. You can't go take it from somebody. So then the question is whether these guys pose any danger to the security of the state. We can't find a video now, so even if we find it, probably we will not want to play it. Even though it's not our own creation, but we may not want to play it because of the content. But the guy is saying that they have their guns and nobody can take it from them. So, but the new part of the story, or the development in the story, is that the same people, the EPS agents, are now asking the lawmakers to intervene in their case. So does that mean that they're going to be surrendering to the government or surrendering their guns or what? So guys, what do you think? The first thing I want us to look at is if there is any security risk in that kind of situation where people have guns, they're rooming. Nobody knows how many guns they got. Nobody knows the exact location of the guns they got. Nobody knows, just nothing about it. And nobody doing anything to disarm them. What do you think? Does it pose any security to the ordinary people, the country, the government? Okay, let me start with Paul.
Okay.
Jima, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
No. I want to first speak, like Francis, who you are security background to talk to. But so let me first speak on the issue of. I did see the interview on the what's it from VOA, VOA or Voice of Liberia. There was an interview that was circulating all around the social media. I think what I believe the EPS, which is the Executive National Special Forces, what do you call them? It's the Protection Service.
Executive Protective Service.
Executive Protective Service. I think the gentleman coming up onto the show he wanted some attention, and this is what I intend. I think that's what he wanted to do. And the case been attended to for a couple of months, being unpaid. Nobody's listening to them, so he needed to get some attention. I know he knows very well that he's not going to do anything. If you ask to surround his weapon, they will. And I also have to let you know that there's no gun circulating. What he said on that video saying that there are a lot of guns out there, they don't know the numbers. Of course, the government of Liberia will know how many guns issued out to the agents. And we know how many agents were working with the past George Guerra government. So they are on records. Since after the ECOMO or the UN Protection Force, the government should be aware how many guns or how many firearms were issued. They know the numbers, they know they know the numbers, they're all registered. I think Francis will help me out here. They will know that which gun they assigned to you, and when this happened, when they do investigation, know which bullet they used or fired. So those information, I think, was all about bullshit, or big time BS. But for the fact that there are a lot of stuff here, these are all about getting the attention of the community, the public, so they can get into that case. But I believe that we should also don't take them for joke. There are people there that wonder if he's coming that they were not willing to fight back because he's been dismissed. And this is the thing. I'll also tell you, the EPS is not for George Weah. It was a government agency, security apparatus helping the executive branch or the office, the president's office. I think what they should have done was, instead of mass dismissal, there should be a way to look at them and assess the case before you do a mass dismissal. This is a dismiss EPS agent give ultimatum. So there are a lot of conditions before you get in dismiss. They should be carefully looked into, and this should have been done by the present government. So they are frustrated people. They need help. They need to give attention to, and need to have forms of help so they can reincorporate some of them into the government, back to the government if you have good behavior. Because if you're a security officer, what he did was outrightly wrong, coming out exposing his weapon, telling that he's willing to fire back if anybody attack him. And this is threatening. He was sending threat out there. So those are unpatriotic, and you should be able to answer questions in the long run. I think they should do that to him. Yeah, I think I'll give my colleagues a chance to speak more, especially on the security matters. But I don't think we are threatened. They are willing to give the arms. If you see the latest news, they want to speak on their behalf, make sure to intervene and get the money into their pocket and have them, most of them, re-employed with the government.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I don't want to say no. Thanks for having the show again. Sorry for coming later. I have some other stuff to do back behind the stage, But listen, guys, look. First of all, I frown on this mass dismissal of, employees when government come, government go. I mean, it render our people poor. People become beggars. Government should create avenues, wherein they will be able to absorb these people. Eddie administration left George Weah, keep his own people fired. I mean, these civil servants should be professional. They should be able to keep them. They should hold no allegiance to no president, no minister, matter of fact, across all government agencies and ministries. So I think that is wrong. People should stop doing it, and going forward, keep these people around. I mean, they are Liberians. They are, especially EPS people. They were trained, or they are trained to protect VIPs. I mean, irrespective of who is a VIP, president or whosoever. So in relation to the guns, look, every firearm issue out there has a serial number.
and if you give a firearm to a personnel out there, you know who has it, and even and every bullet has a number. Every gun, I mean, if you use a bullet, if you fire out, I mean, we can be 3 in this room, and we shoot at simultaneously at a target, and one person miss, and one person or two miss, and one hit. We know who. I mean, forensic investigation know who. I mean, who shot the person, where the bullet came from. So that guy, they will give their guns. There's no threat. There's no existential threat to the government. These guys will give their guns. So I mean, I don't want to make a moon out of a hill out of the moon. I mean, there's nothing happening. These guys, it just, I know how Jamel said, it just BS. They want attention. And Sekou were using that platform as an opposition, as a way to, downgrade or
to get at the ruling party.
Yeah, exactly. All the negative things. So I mean, I followed that view of Voice of Liberia. He and this girl, what they get on the show in the morning. They all go look for the negative things to say. But no, I just let the other partners chime in.
Lucretia, come in, because I got a total different view on the whole thing.
For me, the first thing I would like to know whether it is part of the code of conduct that when a new president comes in, they should get rid of the previous EPS people. That's the first thing I would need to look at the code of conduct, if that's what it says, the policies and procedures. And the second thing, even if they wanted to get rid of these guys, they should ensure that they do it in a safe way to minimize any risk. Because with the guys still having access to the arms, the risk is hard, anything can happen. Because they should have ensured that they have paid them off, let them bring the arms in, they check it. I really don't know in Liberia whether they've got any procedures that when you bring in, when they give you your ammunitions, that they record it. When they ask you to bring in, they go back and look at your record and see whether that's the same arm that was given to you and things. Because with them holding arms, the risk is high. And I think President Boyka has to be very careful what he's doing. We do not have much trained people in the country, armed personnel, especially if they have been trained by other outside agencies. These guys would need to ensure that they could be able to use them to be able to train other Liberians and transfer the skills to other Liberians that would need it, instead of then just allowing. It's a huge number to just allow them to go and be trained. I don't think that's the right way for you to treat your fellow citizens, because right now, Liberians are struggling to get jobs. And for you to just lay off so many people like that, the risks to other family is so hard. If they themselves got young children, how would the children go to school, continue to increase the poverty rate in the country and deprivation of hardship to our young children? Because with most of the guys, they got a family, some family are already struggling to get their children into education, to provide medication and things. And for this to happen, I would just say I think it's the wrong way, and I really don't know who are the advisors to President Boyka to allow these things to happen, because the way they treat Liberians now is like they are not Liberians. And when you get rid of Liberians and you want to employ or foreigner into the government, so does it make sense? I think that's another ball game for us to discuss. But I think the risk is high as long as the guys they've got arms with them. It's a high risk.
Wow. Well, Francis, welcome to the show. It's good to have you back here. Just want to ask you a question before our flow. in the police, the army, the immigration, isn't that people can move people around because of their training they got? You can leave the army and serve. You can get a little training to serve in immigration or police. They can do that.
I mean, those are specific different institutions. I mean, the scope of
EPS.
operation of the police is quite different from the scope of operation of the immigration, the EPS, the army. They're all security. They got the fund, the joint security, but they have different functions, to carry out.
The reason why I asked, because this person already trained as security protection unit of the executive.
Yeah.
And 300 of them is a huge number that they could have taken them to immigration, train them because they're already into the system. That's what I'm thinking.
You could do that. You could do that. You could do that. You could do that. I mean, it's possible. You could shift people around. I mean, especially you have the guys they can fit into the police. They can despite their training. But everybody go through the basic training. All I mean, the army, everybody, the police, the immigration, everybody go. If you go to the police academy, you go through the basic security training. Then you step up to your operational training. I mean, your police training where you go, you serve, you do proactive, what do you call it? Prevention of crimes, and the EPS and whatever security, the personal, provide and sacrificing themselves for the president, so to say. They're taking the bullets. Let me make it short. They take the bullets for the president. And the president, his family, and all of VIPs.
Right.
So
because the number, that's a huge number to just hold down. The number is too huge. I think they could have done it that way. But taking them, because the police have a riot squad, they have an armed police people, because these guys are trained armed carrier, you could put them somewhere and give them about 3 months or 6 month training instead of just putting everyone down. And that's a risk factor. When Linford asked the question, even if they don't carry on, those guys are risk to the society. Remember, they will do, if they unemployed and they know how to shoot gun, they may get armed some and do armed robbery. So we'll be serious. Another thing to be added on it, there are over, I don't know how many thousands of pimping rather that have been roaming around the major street. Those also now they're stopping them from not coming into the major street. So those guys too, that's another group that people need to watch out for, because the money they were making, they're not going to make that money anymore. So there's another risk factor in there. So you have the 300, you have the pimping rather. So where are we heading? They should have looked at it from a very, no jobs in the country. That's a huge number, and it's a serious risk factor we're looking at.
The thing is that over the years, they fire 300 people, they will bring in 150 other people, or 300. I mean, what is that? It does not make any sense. It does not. Economically, it's not viable. Why would you do that? Why would you put out of work? And again, I know what I heard from some sources. These guys were not trained. They were brought in, on a partisan level, and this, and for some other reason. But once they were employed, regardless of that, the people. Why you? The brother can say, "Take the poor bread from them. I want to go bread from the mouth or what thing." So the government should have thought it through. It is not really at the EPS. The government is doing it at most of the ministries. This is wrong. This is wrong. Joria did it. It was wrong. It is wrong today.
Well, let me come in and give my thoughts on it. That's why I sat keenly and listened to all of you. Well, I still believe. I asked a question whether there is high risk, and I believe that there is high risk, and I'll give you a few reasons, some of which you guys have said. For example, angry man is a hungry man is an angry man. When the man hungry, he say, hello, that man will get there. You see, my man, where you need, you get there. And I can tell you, when the man go for, you call him and say, oh, my man, you may buy electric in. So you come, people who have been working, you dismiss them. The reason they gave me is that these people are not qualified. Take for granted they are not qualified. How long have they worked? From 2018 to 2023. That's about 5 years plus. Okay, good. 5 years. So even if the guy was not trained and he's been protecting the president all those years, you don't think he will get some small sense? Take for example, even the crazy man taking putting ABC class, he stayed there the whole year. Posting
people learn on the job, Linfo. People learn on the job.
Yeah. So you get, then you move 200 of them. And let me give a little background of how the EPS started. I think one of Madam Sally, I don't think it was called EPS, it was something, or maybe EPS, I don't know.
No, Erin, she changed from SLS to EPS.
Yes. And the reason why they brought in the EPS was that they had limited amount of men in that service. So they wanted to augment it. Because these people, they are not only guarding the president, they also got visitors that come, important visitors. Yeah. They got lawmakers, they got all the other people, ministers and things. So now all of them are concentrated at the mansion to guard the president. And even if all of them are there, they run 24-hour shift. So you can't have one man on 24-hour shift. I saw that though during Taylor time, the late Jackson, you were there 24 hours all the time. Okay. But if the people you said were not qualified, but they've been working all that time, you dismiss them, 200 of them or 300 of them, then you're going to go bring new people. So where have you been training those people that you're going to bring now in place of people who have been hands-on the job? I mean, where are you going to get people from? So it's the same thing with Blaine George Weah, that they moved people and brought in their own people. So people who have been doing the work, granted, they did not go to school for it, they did not go to America, they didn't go to Israel, they didn't go to Russia, they didn't get all the training, but they have been doing it practically. Okay, the Francis said, if any bullet were to come to church, we are going for it, someone going to take a bullet. So you say they are not qualified, you move them, then you're going to go bring new people. The people you bring in, you are not government. You get him in. Where are you going to get? I mean, where have you been training them? So that one a risk factor. I think they need to see about that. And secondly, during the latter part of George Weah government, there was some armed catch that came to Liberia. And these arms, the display we saw, they were dangerous arms. Some of the arms have the propensity of causing extensive damage. Now, those arms just went where nobody knows where it went, and George Weah government was in power. And these EPS guys were what? They were guarding George Weah. So I'm just trying to be hypothetical. I'm not accusing George Weah government of taking it, but I just want to be hypothetical. Let's say that since they were the government, and it was the government that seized these arms. Let's say it remained in the hands of the government. And who are supposed to bear that arm? Is the immediate people that are the president. Okay? Send the arms are very sophisticated. The president want to be safe, so he will give the arm to the people. So, and Francis, you made a right point. Under normal circumstance, you will have arms given to people with serious number, and you know, even the bullet, you know how many bullets they carry. Each man will carry with the arm. Okay? So if any of those bullets is missing, the man can account for it. But in this situation, who continue of arming all the armed laws? Nobody know where it went. It just went like that. Under the previous government. And it's people who are working as security guards under that same previous government, they didn't want you dismissed. And the people are saying that we have our arms. So how does United Party people even know that it was A with serial number A, B, C, D that was assigned to John Peter? How do they know? It was not them that gave the people the arm. So one man could be carrying 2, 3 arms, and the man can bring one defective arm and say, this is what I get. So you can't verify anything. So to let sleeping don't lie. The boy not making $1 million compared to ministers, compared to lawmakers that are making thousands of dollars. The other boys are making $350, I think, plus $45,000 Liberian dollars. So keep the boys on the job. If you feel that they're not qualified, like you said, train them. It would be very easy to train them compared to you bringing new people because they are beyond the job. So, I think the risk factor is high. And Paul struck another one. The payment riders. These are people that can be easily assaulted. If you can notice, during the wartime, sorry, how many men came from Burkina Faso, where Libya to counterattack? There was very few. But because the people in the country were fed up, people were working day and night. Thousands of people working day and night trying to go join the rebels. So this is how things can happen. You suppress the pen boss. They can say, okay, and then they can be very easily recruited. People can mobilize them very easily. You got ex-generals that were summoning people. They want people to go to their office and things. So can you imagine with people who the guy show his arm, the guy said they get an arm. I know they're not going to rely on himself, showing the arm. Okay, he was just one of the brave guys that came out. So there are certain things I believe, probably because of my professional background, like I always said, if you in a shape on a hard seat, there is nothing you can do. So it's better in case of risk. So it's better you do a risk assessment. Also, make sure what are the hazards. Then now you can start mitigating. You can't wait let things happen before you start. So for me, I think the government should look into it. And I'm happy that the guys, instead of, resisting, they are saying that they want the lawmakers to come and look into the whole thing. And I hope our lawmakers too will be wise enough to go and settle this whole thing before it gets late. Chima, you got anything else for us?
Yes, I do. What we're going to be looking at will be some headlines that are making news in our newspapers. With regard to this mass dismissal, we got something from the New Republic. The CDC is also crying for mass dismissals. This is what they're saying. If you're talking about, Paul mentioned about the motorcyclists, this also in his story. This is yesterday newspaper for the New Republic. So you guys have made a point already with regard to government. Liberia does not belong to a specific government. So we are all citizens, they are civil servants. Before you make a call for a mass dismissal of your civil servants, there's be a thorough investigate and make sure what they deserve dismissal. And they should also be able to retrain most of the policies. So suggested that what can you put in different departments to make sure they're useful and resourceful. So this is one of the stories. So even if I can speak on the CDC, is trouble with the mass dismissal. A lot of Liberians were employed. They might be paid, but they were sacked. We don't know why. So we expect the government to come and tell us why. So this is something like this news came yesterday on the New Republic newspaper. Mass dismissal troubles CDC. So it has to do with the EPS as well. And Paul spoke about the motorcyclists around Monrovia. They were stopped not to travel to certain zone in Monrovia for security reasons. And those are also troubling situations because these people that ride around, they call it disadvantaged youth, who find an opportunity to be riding motorcycles to make their daily living. And if they are stopped, it could cost a lot. But there should be an alternative for making sure that they live their life very well, so to avoid trouble. So this one in the newspaper. I got other newspaper. If anyone want to make comment on this, so can go.
I just want to give a quick comment also on this one. Considering we look at just one sector, which was the security sector, right, of the civil service. Now, then you're doing the same thing in other ministries. So you see, the number of people who are being dismissed is swelling up. So if these people decide we will demonstrate, you have more people who are working. I mean, you have more people who will be demonstrating more than people who are employed already. And you start with the pimping riders. Yeah, the pimping riders, they're not working for anybody. They're not working for the government. They work for themselves. But two things we got to consider here. One, they're working for their daily bread. What they earn per day is what they eat. What they pay their rent for. What they get sick and go to the hospital with. Okay? Then two, if you stop them from coming to the city limit, these guys have been contributing. I know they cause traffic congestion as well, but they have been contributing to the transportation system. Here is Liberia, where You don't have public transport like buses. If you have, they're not effective. You don't have trains. You don't have, even countries like Europe. In Europe, yeah, countries that got underground train, the underground train, then they get a Trump, you get a buses, you got a regular train. In Texas, some places you will still get problem with transportation. Okay, so a country like Liberia, that a lot of people do not even have sardine cup to call a car. Bus can get people to places very fast, even though they cause trouble in the street. I know, and this is not peculiar to Liberia. I've traveled to several countries in Asia. Go to Vietnam, go to Thailand. I mean, Thailand is one of the countries in the world where I see the rail line can last for 15 minutes. Rail line, 15 minutes, and see how many motorcyclists will come and congest under that rail line because they're passing between the cars. They will congest. When that light changes, can't see the way the bus can do. Passing between each other, like they train to do it. Because that's something they didn't do all the time. And they also ease the transportation problem. But again, the good side is there and the bad side is there. The bad side is that the bus, they cause small trouble. Sometimes they scrape your car, sometimes they knock people down, sometimes they drive crazy away, they kill all their passengers. But again, they are easing the transportation system. So you gotta look at it. Manasali tried to do that thing. I think they limited the guys you can. When I went to Liberia 2014, I was living Rock Hill, GSA Road, right? So the motorcyclist boys were going there. They would take me and bring me and put me down on the main road before I take taxi because they couldn't get on the main road. But if you stop there totally, I think it will be chaos. And the number of motorcyclists has soaring in Liberia. That one, no fun about it. In fact, every country they have now, it seems like the drugs. They are everywhere now. So I think they got to be careful.
If no comment on that, I want to move to the next newspaper. I'll take this. This is the House endorses audit. I'll give you the background to this story.
Okay.
The story is like there was an act passed in 2014 where the House should endorse transparency. So the House will be audited. Speaker Funati Kofa has endorsed it. So the House should be audited. So the Auditor General for Liberia, called Gaswa Jackson Sr., was before the House to make sure the House is audited. So they set the tone for other ministries and other agencies in Liberia to go through auditing. They want to set a tone for transparency. Mr. Barker promised that you're going to set a tone for transparency, make sure corruption is being prevented. So this is since 67 years, Liberia House has not been audited. So it's going to be the first of its kind. So this is a story from the Dealers Hour newspaper.
And if you want to come in, I want to come in small, but if anybody want to come in, you can come in.
So
I think it's about time for the House to be audited because, especially since Ellen administration, she carried the salaries so high and other benefits these guys been getting, whereas the other poor people in the country are struggling. So, and they're giving a physical cash, talking about community engagement, and who knows whether they actually use this money on their community with no accountability and things. So I think that's a very good way forward for them to be able to account for every cent of the taxpayer money for people to know exactly what's been happening. Because as far as I'm concerned, I just feel that our lawmakers are just too corrupt, and they are some of our problems are happening in the country because they all about themselves, not about the poor people in the country. Yeah, because one person being so greedy, giving you that huge salary, giving you gas, cooking gas, giving you cars. What's that? For God's sake, what is all of that when poor people in the country, children cannot even go to school for one lawmaker alone? Carrying all of that, I think it's about time they audit them and see exactly. Let them be able to account for these money they've been giving it to their engagement, how you call it, community engagement money to carry out projects. We'll need to see what the project some of them been carrying out. Let them show it to the Liberian people, because some of them just take that money, put it in their pocket, and they don't do any project. So it will be very interesting. It will be a very good point and start point for the next lawmakers when they come, for them to ensure that if we do these things, we take the people money, we have to ensure that whatever project we decided or we have said we'll do, we should be able to do it, because most of them cannot do it. The same budget will put huge money in the budget for this, that it will go back again in their counties and take out those money that are meant to be used for the purpose and to put in their pocket. So we need for them to be audited, and that's a good way forward.
Yeah, I think Lucretia gave an overview or synopsis of what the audit should entail. But I am still wondering, what are they going to look for? Because the audit has to be specific. This is a financial audit, I know. So I don't know what are they going to look after the appropriations if the money were used accordingly for the intended purpose or what? I don't know. So I still have time. I look forward to see what it entails, or what they'll be looking for. We'll be looking for doing that audit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a very good question, Francis. What is the purpose of the audit? If it is financial, because audit, normally most audits are not just about finances. There are other things that they audit. The people they receive cars, they receive other things.
Let me give you sometime you'll give you hope. There's a story on that, so you can get the idea to answer Francis' questions. You say the objective of the review are to provide the intended user the information on whether the House of Representatives financial management system and processes are adequately designed and consistent with legislative decisions, laws, legislative act, policy, established codes, and agree upon terms to gather sufficient and appropriate evidence whether the House of Representatives financial management system and the process are adequately designed in line with the relevant legislative decisions. So whatever they are doing, it's like whatever they are spending, the House is spending, is in line with what they asked them to do. They are not spending money out of order. This is what they want to order the House. If they give them this budget to implement this particular stuff, are they doing the right thing? This is what they order them. That's just to put in the context.
Okay. So I think Lucretia's point is, our point is correct. Everything that they receive, they should be able to account for it.
Exactly.
And people also receive cars. They receive cars, 1. 2, they receive money for what they call community engagement. And 3, there are also reports that they do receive brown envelopes.
You don't know.
All these things will come into question.
Yeah, but this is another thing. The guys have certain immunities. So if the audit is conducted, if they found any kind of malfeasance,
I agree.
So are they going to be persecuted? Are they going to be removed from the positions? So I don't know. So
that's a very, very
it's
good question.
yet to see.
Yeah, we're good to see. That's a good one. We'll take you back. There's a story that made news. I think last week, this platform really had intensive discussion on the media about the guy who the American missionary was leaving the country because of he make an attempted murder. And he was acquitted by the criminal code B. So there's a story. I don't know whether it's Francis' sister or his sister-in-law, Boyman Briggs Mensa, which is
I know Mema Briggs, my son auntie.
Yeah, that's what I just asked him.
I don't know who the men that she married to. I don't know.
I just asked him. The lady, I just want to bring the story before. The story is here, guys.
Mema Briggs.
Boyma, she's the, I'll put the story up here.
Yeah, Mema.
Moima Briggs Mensa, House chairperson on Gender Once Criminal Code B, George to be impeached because the judge acquitted the missionary. So this is what she's calling for. So the question is this the right way? Because the guy acquitted it, and the judge acquitted the missionary on the ground that there was not enough instruments to prove the crime against the missionary Lucas. So here, that's the reason he acquitted the man. So now Boma is saying that Honorable Boma, the Honorable representative is saying, which is representative for Bon County, I think. She's saying, look, we have enough evidence to bring this guy to book. I know. Why are you letting him go? So she's calling for this guy removal. Impeachment. This is what she called for in the House. So I'll go to the George case, but I wanted to put this through. What do you guys think? Let's take a tour around on this.
But this is wrong. This is wrong. Let me keep the ball rolling.
Okay.
The call from her is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
In as much as she pretends to be doing the right thing, but she's doing it at the wrong time or in the wrong way. Listen, we have several courts in Liberia. So this criminal code B has acquitted a man. So if you feel that since you say you got enough evidence, fine. Go to the next step, the highest court. So if you impeach this judge, how does it help the case? No. What everybody wants for Jessica is justice. Impeach the judge is gone. Granted that he's being impeached. Probably, let's say he received bribe and he put a case that way and you impeach him, he's gone. So how does Jessica benefit? So she should be calling for a retrial of the case. And I think that would be the right thing. Because as it is, the judge stands his ground. He said there were not enough evidence. Mama Briggs, which I know the whole family from Turnout, she wants to show that she got evidence, fine. Then go to the court so that another court can hear the retry the case. But impeach the judge, impeach the man, so what? Okay.
But but okay. Let me get a chance. Let's get a chance to Mr. Mensah and Sis Luke to make comment on this, because she's saying, the honorable representative is saying there's a justice denied, justice derailed. There's all evidence is proving that this guy was part of the attempted murder to slash the throat of this lady. Lord, what's her name? Something, or what's her friend name again? This Jessica Law, right? That's her friend. So are you saying that she did not consult, at least before she put this on the floor of the House, she should have consulted those in case of judiciary to seek their judge advice? What do you think with this case? Instead of taking to the public, is it like she's seeking public notice? What do you think, Sis Lou, before we go to Mr. Mensah? Lucretia, she's up.
Oh, are you speaking to me? I thought you were speaking to Mensah.
No, I'm talking to you. So what do you think? Linfa is saying that it's wrong that she brought this to the floor, asking that she should take it to another court because criminal code B is a lower court. There's another higher court to that. If she believed that, Linfa thinks that if she believes she had no evidence against the missionary, she should ask for an appeal to a different court. And you say this is wrong to bring this, like asking for the impeachment of the judge?
I personally, because I'm not a lawyer, but I think maybe this should have been taken to the justice minister for them to have a conversation about the behavior of the judge, because I want to believe the judges are under the justice minister for them to be able to discuss. But I think she's looking at her position or oversight, being the chairperson for gender and criminal. I got it for the gender. I think gender ministry or wherever.
Gender and social services.
And yes, so she has an oversight of these things. And for her rules, she has the right, if she knows it's not right, to speak out. So she's doing her job, because for me, I was coming down hard on the women group in Liberia. I was coming down hard on the gender minister as well. So I thought, because I've been seeing, especially what happened, because such a case is such a high-profile case. You don't rush with it, and I don't know how long they took to go through this case. Especially Liberians, sometimes with that they say, because 1 minute, because this is why I don't like to base my argument on they say. I always like to have the facts when I'm speaking, to say that this is what this person said to me, because people are saying that it was exchange of money and all these things. So maybe that's where she felt that it was exchange of money. Maybe this is where she came on now for the judge to be impeached. Because I personally, I think on one of the platforms I wrote on it that they need to impeach him for him to never work, because he need to make sure that he do the job right, make sure all the evidence that's supposed to be presented to the court, that he as a judge requests for them to ensure that he has everything. But if he didn't request for some of the evidence and just do it halfway and to favor the person, I think as a Liberian judge, that was completely wrong. And I think that because up to now, I haven't heard anything from the justice minister to say anything. I think the justice minister should have come up to say something, because when you look at it, it's all part of the law. So justice minister should have come up to give some statement about what have happened. But I think I think Mema did the right thing to speak out, to call for him to be impeached. And I expected other women's group in the country to have come out. And I expected the human rights group too to have said something. And my question is it because Jessica from a poor family, this is why the Liberian women's group have not come out to say anything? Because for common book, when I wrote the book about Josh Webb, all of them took to the street because they wanted money and things, they took to the street. But this is the time when we needed the women group to stand shoulder to shoulder with Jessica, and they didn't do it. So I think Mema is right. She's showing solidarity at the same time doing her job as was having oversight of this institution. So for me, I think she's right.
Right. Before I go to Mr. Mensah, I'll put the question straight to you, but I want you to look at it from a different end. But I'll take this short break and I'll tell you where we are.
You're watching the review of Liberian newspapers' headlines that made news during the week on the Bottom Line Liberia. Please join us every Tuesday and Friday at 7 p.m. Liberian time, 8 p.m. UK time, 9 Central European time.
Right. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Mensah, the question now is, I want to quote what Representative Moema Briggs Mensah said regarding this case. We're talking about Jessica. If you just joined, we're talking about Jessica Lloyd, who was attempted murder online by a missionary, supposed husband, who made an attempt to kill her, and he went to court, and the case was the missionary was acquitted, and he's in America right now. Now there's an outcry that the judge should be impeached by the Representative Moema, who is the head of the gender issues in like gender whatever it is, children and social services in Liberia in the House. Now, Mr. Mensah, the question is, the representative quoting, this is what she said. I'll quote that to you. She said, she's quoting the president, right? He said, the president said, our justice system, which is meant to protect the innocent and punish the guilty, has been marred by inefficiency, corruption, and lack of public trust. So this is why, because you don't trust the justice system anymore, there's no need to go take it to another higher court. We should impeach this judge. Are you in line with this?
Well, certainly. Look, we can say all we want to say about the women's group not coming out to raise concerns. But I've known over the few days there have been some pressure from various women groups in Liberia to against the decision, the final verdict. Howbeit it is belated. Those actions should have been taken prior to the case going to court or whatever it is. But yeah, here's the thing. Look, Lucretia said something that was very, very cardinal here. this case of such a nature, an attempted murder case. This case, I think it took like 3 weeks or so, I mean, to go, I mean, to be adjudicated. And then, look, the judge will have the nerve with all the overwhelming evidence to, you know, to let this guy go free. I think, personally, you know, I think he should would not be what you call it, impeached. He should be prosecuted and jailed too. This was set as a precedent to, I mean, to other judges. You know, look, if you want a reform in the judicial system and in all other branch of government, these hard steps need to be taken. It may be draconian, but these steps need to be taken. This judge need the Bar Association or the Supreme Court need to summon this judge and do an investigation, as to how he derived at his decision, and then come up with some punitive measure against this guy. Look, it's not only this judge.
Now you're speaking. You're speaking when you say
but Linford, I'll come back to you. Just give Mr. Mensah a chance to stop because I have the response from the lawyers. Mr. Mensah, go on, please.
Yeah, listen, this is not only this guy alone. We have heard about cases in Liberia where there's an abundance of evidence, and then the highest bidder, wins. Be the victor of the decision of the court. I think it's about time now. I don't want to waste time. I think it's about time that the government and the Supreme Court and the lawyers, they do and they need to go. I know some friends who are judges they are so corrupt, man.
All right, let me give Linford the chance. Linford, before I go, this is something on in the court. What's the lawyer? The George Chiney is a criminal code B judge that I'm talking about. This is what the lawyer says. I'll quote what he said. The judge said, he ruled on and acquitted Rachel Lucas of the allegations on the ground that throughout the entire proceeding, the prosecution neglected to produce the criminal instruments that were used in the commission of the crimes charged, as well as the pieces of evidence that are capable of supporting allegations and other charges in the indictment. On that ground, he acquitted Rachel Lucas. The lawyers are saying they decry if it's a test of judicial independence, impeaching them. So, are you in line with this?
Yeah. Like I said, this judge is not the judge of the Supreme Court. He does not render final decision in cases in Liberia. And then we say, okay, it's finished. Nowhere we can go. Maybe if we want to go further, we'll probably go to the work code. No. This is just one of a criminal code A, B, C, D, all the way. He's just one of the lower codes of that. So that when anything happens, they are the first point where the case will start. And if their judgment will satisfy the parties in a particular case, it can be the end. But if one party is not satisfied, they can still take a piece.
Yeah, but let me hold you a little bit, Joe. There's a government against Rachel Lucas.
Yeah.
They took the case against him. Once the criminal code B says, look, this case, we don't have enough evidence to prosecute this young man on the accused, then we'll go to different court. Why the government is not putting him forward? They let him to travel out of the country.
No, but if you look again, there's a story that said the government will resist the man leaving.
Yeah, but he left. He went through the national airport.
Everything, they were late. They were reactive. They were not proactive.
Listen. Let's be straight here. You can walk out of the court.
No, I don't want to make my point.
I'll give you a point. I want to clarify this. If you live in a court, you can be acquitted by the criminal code B. As you walk out of that particular courtroom, you can recharge. You can be recharged and be arrested for another trial. This
Yeah, but who
can't
did
happen.
it? Nobody
The government
did it.
was the one that put the case against him. Why they did not do that?
That's what I said. The government reacted. The government did not act before time. But that's when now Mama Briggs, who is calling for the impeachment of the judge, should have said no. You can't impeach a judge. This is the judge. Bring your evidence. Because the judge is saying you did not provide enough evidence. So bring all the evidence you got and then carry the case to another court. That's it. But you impeach a man. So what does it mean? Does it bring justice? What do we want here? We just want the judge to be impeached?
Okay,
and then Lucas go free and Jessica go with
it. What you call precedent. I mean, you are setting up
but Francis,
for future judges, for future.
But my point here is, why are you impeaching the judge? Did you go to another court to
yeah, but they say, they are saying that they don't trust the whole. You see, even the president said they don't trust the judicial system.
This is the scene jungle justice. You just see me with tea under my eyes, say, man, stole the thing. Tell me, you say the judge.
Well, for the had video recording going around when they were discussing about money. These judges were discussing about money and things. So how do you expect people to?
Yeah, but those are evidence that you can carry to the court and let another court show that this man actually received money. But as the man said guilty, you're accusing him.
Lean for. Let's say something. Do you know that be
what kind of evidence when you see the person through? Almost the bell.
The law is blind. The law. That's why you got
lean for. I just want to bring it to your attention. The legal profession in Liberia. These guys are close-knitted guys. They tend to protect each other. Even a one person falls short of of the expectation, they tend to support each other. I mean, it's clear the legal. I mean, even the case with the what you call it at with the drugs that came. There were a few lawyers out of the whole bunch that was the exception, but everybody there said, they started to tend to side with the law with their colleagues. I mean, so I think it's an open secret. I think the Supreme Court, would not adjust differently.
In every profession, Francis, even doctors, when they operate and one does wrong and somebody died, the doctor will not just come and say, well, my friend killed him, man.
The question, just link for the question now, do you believe that the judicial system is compromised in Liberia?
Well, if that's the suspicion, then we live by it.
Does he believe? I want yes or no. That's the question I'm asking.
No, I don't believe that.
Do you believe? Oh, I'm fine. Do you believe that the multi-million-dollar drug case was it judged properly?
Well, I don't have all the documents, so I don't know.
Do you believe about the death of what's the lady? The one that got killed by the Lebanese guy, believed to be alleged to be killed by
Princess Cooper?
Princess Cooper. Do you believe the story?
No. You see, when you say she was killed by the Lebanese guy,
I said allegedly. I told you allegedly killed by the Lebanese guys. And it was
allegedly. But did anybody prove it?
Yes. No. There was some proof coming. Do you believe that? Because do you know that the system has been how he fled the country as well?
Yeah. He fled the country because they accused him. You see,
my point here is that's fine. Okay, I understand your point. We're not going to go far.
No, that whole leave for right there. If you've been accused and you know you did not commit a crime, why will you flee?
But how do we know that he fled? He left the country.
Of course, he fled.
The man fled.
He was secretly against
the what you were traveling before the thing happened.
All right, then. Guys.
You see that my point here is, for me, I believe in fairness. That this judge here, we all had suspicion. Okay, I was the very person on the scene show here saying that if I was on the spot and I saw this guy, this way men treating a Liberian girl like that, they were going to carry him to hospital. Maybe I will be in jail, they will carry him to hospital. Okay? Because I will act. But the point I'm making here is, if we see this judge does this kind of thing and we want to impeach him, it should go beyond impeachment. He himself should even end up in jail. So how do we establish that? We're not doing it through jungle justice by just saying, oh, you're grabbing me. We should prove beyond all reasonable doubts that he was
It's a process. Impeachment is the
But
first step.
Yeah, what
That's
you call
like
jungle?
impeachment.
What you call jungle
What are
justice?
you impeaching? You must bring
Yeah, but
some guilty
yeah,
charge
but
against
what you call
You're
jungle
impeaching.
justice here? Jungle. What you call jungle justice here, Linfo? The
No,
people
the
are
jungle
saying that
justice
the,
there
the
is-
process.
It's everybody gets suspect that they may
No,
involve in corruption.
There's a process. If you listen to Francis, there's a process here. They have to put a process. Impeachment is a process. It's not to go ahead and just put you in jail. I think you understand that as a journalist. It's a process. Impeachment is a process. It's not a jungle justice. So you should call him for the process that he should be impeached because he can't be sacked.
Okay, wait. So if you were to impeach this guy for the case, which one comes first? To try to bring him down guilty first, to find him guilty, or
Okay, probably what you're doing right now, Linfo.
No. If you
I'll
are to
answer the question. I'll answer the question.
I mean, like in the military or in the security, first they disrobe you first, then you go to investigation. Impeachment is the first case, the first step. They impeach, he gets impeached, then they go through the investigation.
Okay, what is that for guilty?
What?
When is that for guilty?
Yeah, but they'll bring him back.
They'll bring him back.
They'll bring him back. They
can sue you and say, you're wasting all my time.
Yes, nobody. There was a serious case.
Listen,
nobody.
I think
It's a serious case. You're found guilty of. So you get sued.
I think the information the thing with jungle justice. The procedure is like what Representative Boima is calling. Moima is calling for is kind of a precedent to be set in the country where what the comment actually said, quoting the president, was saying that the judicial system is corrupt. So going through another procedure again to go to another higher court will be the same story.
It'll be the same story.
That's what she's saying. That's what she's saying. She's saying that let's put a precedent up here. The precedent is less if we impeach this guy through the process, a right process, so you put the right people in place to make sure they go through and provide evidences that
we'll always be impeaching our judges because now all cases will go our way. So in no case goes
I don't think sentiments should play any. I mean, the thing is that look, when you know that the case is glaring, that this person is guilty, the man, if you want to go, the man is you caught. I mean, you stealing. Your child is stealing. You're killing it for your cookies in your house. You wake up, open the door, see your man take the cookies from him, pour in your mouth. You say, "When you eat the mess, I eat the cookies." When you say. Because the man he say the child does not confess that he did cookies, I mean, not guilty.
Then you saw the cookie. Let's see your mothers. I didn't have it.
But that's the whole thing. They saw the man there. The man attempted to put the maggots on the guy's neck. The
witnesses to that effect.
The witnesses were there. His own witness. The own witness said, and when he testified against this guy, I mean, no, he committed a crime.
There is this the children ran on the internet. Where the beginning Johnny, if I caught him eating the sugar, say Johnny, Papa eating sugar, no Papa. The sugar is no.
Let me transition to
you gotta bring in that guilty.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. That's the story right now. So, but unfortunately, Richard Lucas is the missionary is in America right now. I think there's another story. Somebody in Iowa, I think saw a Liberian trying to take a case up against him there to sue in American court.
Okay, so that's what I would support.
But yeah, it should have been done in Liberia because it was on Liberian soil. You can't handle it, then you call him for.
No, but Liberia, America, the guy, Liberian criminals can be convicted in America.
You know what it takes? You gotta take witnesses to America.
America
did now they put visa. They put embargo get on the plea.
For just saying something.
The Liberian government tell people to send a man back to Liberia.
Why they let him travel anyway? Only one airport.
That transition to another time.
I just want to keep dragging on. Guys, okay. Daily Observer report another story. Thank goodness, thank God to Global Health Ministries. They donate a minibus, 17-seater bus to Phoebe Hospital that have been struggling to survive. I think Sis Lou is happy here because this is a birthplace.
Look, these bosses, I mean, these things will break down. I mean, we need.
What do you mean, guys? Let's give 34,000 K. What do you want?
Bring X-ray machines, bring other stuff.
But they are there. They are at Phoebe Hospital. You don't have expertise around them. They are there.
I mean, what will do? What we need ambulances. What all the stuff? The ambulances parking. They bring all the buses.
Okay, this is going to the school. This the Phoebe National School, the staff and stuff to support them. You need to also thank them for what they have done, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
because
a good start.
Yes, a good start.
Yeah,
I think we should.
Phoebe, good start, but we need, if they can help out with some equipments in Phoebe Hospital, that would be great.
At least they have made an effort. So the question that we need to say thank you for what they've done.
Yeah.
Phoebe, 34,000.
Thank you.
That's a great start. Good
start.
Thanks.
You got some part from Bond County. What do you think? A good start for the national school. This is for the national school staff. At least to support the staff to keep going. What do you think? It's a good idea. Or do you want it to be?
But we just need more equipment at Phoebe Hospital.
They have equipment, but they don't have trained staff. That's the thing.
Okay, so why they didn't train staff? Then they go bring 34,000 down on post that can bring down. They can make accident tomorrow. God forbid, all damage.
Exactly. Why the 34,000? Why you spend it on one nursing, one nurse or something to go advance?
The staff need it. They need it. The staff.
So what Mr. Mensah, what are you saying? They should put that thing into what? Give it to staff fees, school fees. I mean, salaries, equipment. What are you talking about? Bosses, they should walk to work. That's what you're saying.
Okay, now it come back. It come back to the lawmakers again.
The people.
Because some of the lawmakers would say, my district need this and that. They'll put the money in the budget. They turn around, they take the money again. They come right back to the same.
This boss is not a new boss either. And this is not the first boss that was donated to Phoebe. There are several bosses that have been donated, and they are just there in the garage. No spare parts. Look at the name of the boss there. Force. What kind of this is this? Chinese boss, not even Toyota, not Nissan.
Maybe they might not even have the pass in Liberia for it.
I tell you, what kind of boss they call Force?
They might not have pass for it.
Let me just give my view on it. You see, the kind of thing, the management of Phoebe Hospital should say, no, listen, we want boss. These students been coming to the nursing students been going to school long time before the boss came. Before the boss came, they been going. How were they going? They were flying. Some of them on brooms. However way they were going, fine, it's good. But 34,000. Look at it. How many? Because some of the brightest students for a Monday.
The question I want to ask you, I know you want to go on link for add to that to your prayer to add to your answer. Is it 34,000? Is it overinflated, or is it because it seems to be a second-hand boss?
No. I'm not talking about overinflation. This boss is what 34,000.
The price. Okay, then. So what do you think? Where should they put this money?
Should go to 50,000, 90,000.
So what do you think they should have done with the money?
They should have taken the money to improve to look. Phoebe need anesthesis, okay? People who can make people numb. Phoebe Hospital need more surgeons. So put the money behind one or two people and send them for a fast training so that when they come back, they can help. Maybe you got only one doctor on call for almost 12 hours. If you train another doctor, you release the burden on that doctor. But you go put it in once, there's a perishable goods.
All right, thank you very much.
Somebody want to give me a house. Listen, if somebody want to give me a house, then another person want to give me the worth of the house in red banana. You think which one I will take? The house costs 100,000. Then the red banana that the person want to give me, it also costs 100,000. Worth of 100 and red banana. Which one I will take? I'll take a house. I'll not take a red banana because it will get rotten. It's perishable.
Thank you. I will take you. Thank you very much. We need to transition. This is another story. The president is staying in the news. Rwanda Kagame speaks at Ellen's Amunche, calls for change of narratives for African people, more especially women. The president was in Rwanda, Kigali, over the weekend. Last week. This is today's story. To Chicago Forum, called the Women Forum, Ellen's Women Forum, where she got a lot of women to speak. She was there. She's staying in the news. Stay strong going. Would you think ladies should retire, sit down and be the consultant instead of going around because of health or age or something? She look good and strong. What do you think, Mr. Mensah?
Look, bro, every probably parents, they want to make money. They must say making money. So that's it. I just all honesty.
I think says Lewis a woman empowerment, yeah, because if you look at the forum, she pushes for women empowerment.
I mean, any appearance that woman makes, she flies to Kigali.
This is our own forum, just for an information background.
She got donors, she got sponsors, bro.
Yeah, sponsoring her.
Our own money.
Why are the past leaders they are not taking advantage of such opportunity? President Bouacar was sitting there for 12 years. We didn't see trouble.
You're not president.
Vice President Bouacar at the time, you could do the same.
I mean, look, vice presidents. In Africa, is not. The more the arrowhead. The president's arrowhead. Let's see what he does now after he leaves. Well, our vice president Joe Howard is just past. She says she's observing. So we know what's the role of vice president.
I've been attending some events.
Of course.
And even the vice president of Nigeria during Jonathan Goodrich events.
Goodluck, join the Goodluck.
Yeah.
Goodluck. Linford, you are a very great admirer of the president. Tell me what you think about her.
Or the only one time I saw one of her pictures.
When
I saw one of her pictures, her young picture, she was fine. If I know her a long time like that, I'll say, "Oh man, let you." No, with all due respect to her, the first time I came face to face with her was in London when she was coming for her Nobel Peace Prize. We have gathered in London to receive her, and then we all flew to Norway together. It was the first time I got in contact with her, me and what the money, Douglas Fangolo, when the car pulled her down, it was raining that money. So we had one old umbrella we carry, and then she has some small fire and thing. We took it, and then we all brought in her. That's the first time I got in contact with her. No, that was the second time. The first time was.
But you need to summarize this thing. We don't want to hear your
No. I want to tell you about her.
Yeah, I know.
I represented a Liberians. I read a statement to her. We were together, so I know who she is. I'm not being a fan of her a long time. From the time I was small boy, again, probably because she was a woman. I was just being like that. But when I got to know her, I know that she's influential. So making these appearances, especially having her own group where she organizing things, I think that furthers her career as a political giant in Africa. No doubt, whether we like it or not, she has done it. She received the first Nobel Peace Prize among Liberian presidents. So, she's done it, and she's still making it. And I hope that other past Liberian leaders can emulate her good examples. But again, they have to go by your records. So, I hope, like Francis was trying to say, I hope the day Bouacar leaves office, he will be able to do the same thing like this. Not only Bouacar, but all other presidents. And you don't have to be president to do these things. You can also be out of government to do these things. Cummings is doing it. Cummings appears at several different occasions, So we hope people will represent Liberia out there.
All right, thank you. If you just joined us, this is the Bottom Line Liberia. We come to you live from Europe. We are discussing Liberian major newspapers headlines. Tonight, with me is Linford Egongwe in Norway, Francis Mensah in Sweden, Sis Lucretia Nelson in London. Jamal Kamar Ismani, I'm based in Manchester. Sis Lou, I think when you see this lady on the screen, you feel proud. She's a legend. She made Africa proud. She's the Africa proud. She is. Anywhere her name comes out, we feel accomplished.
Oh yes.
I mean, she have her own issues though, but she set a tone. She set a pace in Liberia, Africa.
Oh yes,
the first African leader, the first female African leader. What history? What do you think? Do we pay her allegiance? She's our pride and our African Liberian pride, isn't it?
I think anyway, I met Ma Ellen twice when she came to London. The first time when she visited London for the first time when she became president, the second time, and I had the opportunity to greet her, shake her hands, and things with my late daughter. But however, what she has achieved over the years and the respect people has for her around the world is great. And being a Liberian lady, to associate myself with our former president, and she continued to make headlines around the world, because especially for African women now, I think most African women have looked at Ma Ellen as an inspirational to be able to go, more in their career, or to look back and say, what if my Ellie can be the first female president for Africa, and up to today's day, she's still active, because look at her age. And it's like she doesn't even have the time to say, you know what, I need to retire or stop what I'm doing. She continued to engage in her private activities and things, especially bringing putting African women on the global stage and things. So this is fantastic. And one thing over the years I learned from my Ellie, and up to today's date, I still apply it in my professional life, and that helped me a whole lot. Is her negotiation skills, because those days in Liberia, my Ellen could even you see fire, the way she will handle it, she will calm situation down. And it's one thing I learned from her over the years. Even though I didn't work with her, but that skills I learned it for her, and I've applied it throughout my life, because the job I do, sometimes you go see the clients or on the phone or the parents, I can root and calm like a cucumber, whereas before I was if you cannot talk loud, drop the phone, I listen to them, empathize with them, and for that time it's okay, when you cool off, call me, or I will call you in an hour. So it's something I've learned from her, but I have a very high respect for her, and I love her to this, being a Liberian woman.
Christian, I think you grew in the job. I mean, I think I don't think you have not met Ellie, you have not known her. I mean, that's something is professional hazard. I think you learn along the job. You get adapted to it.
No, I used to be like fire over for the woman which she
did. You need to understand that she just mentioned that she's a role model for her, and that's one.
No, my Ellie, I'm a role
she's
model.
A role model. We need to understand that she's a legend. She's going to leave a legacy on.
Yeah, my
I know. I don't know.
I love for the woman.
I know when she's not around, how the eulogy are going to be like. People around the world, and I just wait to see that day. I mean, I don't wish her to go right now, but she's a legend. We give it to her, and then she's doing a lot for African women. Thank you very much. We want to proceed the last part before I pass on to Linford. This is what is making a big news right now. Linford will quite sensational. I want to see how it looks like. This is a story. Mr. Boakai is playing the game. I'll tell you. I'll lay the premises on the game. They're saying, the newspaper is saying, this is today's story, 23rd New Republic Liberian newspaper. The headline says, Boakai, you're not even giving the president the honor. Boakai playing game. President Boakai playing the game.
No. This is normal. This is normal.
Yeah, I'm just saying something. Take it from a perspective. Sometimes it depends. The newspaper, they got their own slant. The way they would do it. They can call Boakai, they can honor Boakai. It depends how you do it. It is a true decision. I know. I just want to take on them. It's a true decision to see how to describe it. Because some newspaper will say, we don't give you honor. You can say President Boakai, but just out of respect. Some people can say Boakai, but I will call you Honorable Boakai, President Boakai. Anyway, the story goes like this. The newspaper is saying, like, since the House has agreed, the president should have signature. Yeah, the story say, what it says, it said the president has not. They said local. I'm gonna read the straight from New Republic. He said, since the signing of the resolution of the establishment of the War and Economic Quote in Liberia by the members of the national legislature, many continue to wonder as to why President Joseph Nimba Boakai is yet to sign the 8-page document making it a law. Why is he delaying? Is he playing the game? What do you think, Francis? That's your old man here. Why you tell us? We know much about him. Why is he not putting pen to paper?
Well, for all indications, I think the old man is consulting as usual, slow Joe. So I think I don't know where he's going with that. The both houses have agreed, and they just left him to with a stroke of the pen to get it, to get his thing rolling. I cannot say why he's acting so slow. It is creating the impression that he's playing a game, So yeah.
Okay.
So as I said earlier on the show, you were away. I said it. And what his name? Paul said he had a whiskey to drink. I told Paul, you're not going to drink the whiskey anytime soon.
I'll give it to you from here. You take it from here now. So that's it. That's the last story for the newspaper tonight from the Borderline Liberian Newspaper Headlines Review. So, Linford, that's the story. You can take it from there. What do you think?
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe since you want to say something about it.
Oh, well, the only thing I can say,
playing game?
I will say yes, he playing games because he know the Liberian people will only talk for 1 week hairline, will make hairline, everything dies down. So now he play the games and say, you know what, they will do the talking and everything will die down and we have to sign. And exactly what he's trying to do now.
Okay. And finally, from my side, I would say people will say that he's playing game, but I will look at it from the other side. He's not playing game. He's consulting. He wants to make sure that things are in. No, this is nothing to play game about. Nobody, like I always say, nobody open him up and say you bring work and co.
Well, Linford, I mean, let me what you read there for ago. He consulted people before he open him up. You should have consulted. You should have know what you have. You should set the pace before you bring it to public. You consulted, or you just.
Then you almost supporting me. That's what I said. Nobody forced him out to Obi say this thing here. Nobody put gun to here say this thing. He said it in campaign time. He would have said it in the campaign time after you were elected. He keep quiet, but he didn't keep quiet. Then he said for Allen White. Then. He also said it in the inauguration. So, for me, I don't think he's playing game. Yeah. I just said it campaign time. After he be elected, he said, my man, I didn't have campaign talk. But he stopped there, he go invite Allen White. Then he stopped there in the inauguration, he said it again. So, let's get an old man a chance. You know, I'm an old man, sometimes I can get hard, but sometimes I'll be soft. Then when I support him, let him put all the party in place. When he ready to press it, he'll just go boom, boom, boom.
He gave him four that.
Yeah, who all do the hustle on the parties? And that jet of sun, the woman of sun, they didn't buy the special 10 years, they will buy the pen. But guys, I think it was a great show, and we hope that you guys, our viewers, have a wonderful time, and also want to thank all of our panelists for job well done. You know, it's not easy to do these things. Some people sleeping tonight. We all in Europe work. This is a working week. A working day of the week, and we sit here for 2 hours plus. So it's a great job that we do also, and we do it pro bono. All the information we give you, nobody pay us for it. We are out there calling people, giving us information, finding out. Okay, so even if we say something that did not go your way, but at least we provided you free information. This is something that we do from our heart. So I want to say thank you to all of our viewers and our panelists here. We will be back here on Friday of this week. Do join us at 7 o'clock Liberian time, 9 o'clock Central European time, 8 o'clock GMT. That is the Greenwich Mean Time. Greenwich Mean Time. Thank you very much. And that's how little leave you.
Hello, Diaspora Liberian is the consultative meeting of Liberian entrepreneurs and professionals in Europe, brought to you by AFLA. It's all happening in Antwerp, Belgium, May 25th, 2024, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., Landstraat 102, and it's by invitation only. Don't miss out. Welcome remarks by Mr. Francis Mensah, President of AFLA. Overview of the program, Ms. Emily E. S. King. Our topics and speakers are Honorable Alex Gonti, Entrepreneurship and Innovation in Liberian Diaspora Community, Mistress Leona Alsa, Policy Advocacy, Civil Engagement and Professional Development, Mr. John M. Brunel, Investment Opportunities in Liberia and Professional Development, Mr. Kuku Wisse, Skills Transfer and Mentorship, Brain Drain. See you in Antwerp, May 25th, 2024. Our proud sponsors, Chroma Corios, Alpha Arise from Sham, Patient Bawi, Afri Susu. Other sponsors are Liwini, Tulizin, and Spice It Up. Other sponsors are the Bottom Line Liberia APC, Augustus God Tume, Spice It Up, and A-Fla say.
Okay, that was it, Guy. Thank you very much. We hope if you're somewhere in Europe and 1 month from now, because today is the 23rd, just 1 month from now.
Wow.
The other one did dash. So 1 month from now, be getting ready to go to Antwerp. So at least we all get together and discuss about Liberia. You know, all these people talking about politics, man. If you got young Liberians going into business, making their own business, yeah, the politician, no, they will come back to your door. Your plea can go vote for all. But because we broke, the one we're running behind them. They should be running behind us instead of we running behind them. So let's try to empower our people and we can start from somewhere. And this is the start. So we want to give EFLA the first pat on the back for starting our initiative. And we hope from the first meeting in Antwerp on the 25th of May, something will kick off and it can be an annual event and we can receive positive feedback. Thank you very much, Paul. The Lord should play. Yeah, Pierre, the guy with the king.
Yeah, need to put the information in the chat, please.
You know, guys,
The information for Antwerp.
You guys had a great show. And the thing is, being friend of King Charles, I will be appearing on that. I will be in Antwerp. Another thing is,
you bring a king?
Listen, I had this. I was in Liberia a few years back, and somebody told me about this wonderful story. There's a city, a town in Grangeda, and this particular town they have this witch doctor, but you're not allowed to wear slipper or shoes to enter this town. Now, in that particular old lady in the town, if you ask for something, she'll give it to you. So we're told that, say for example, since I'm closer to King Charles and Princess Anne, his younger sister, and I want to be part of the royal family,
you can go to the old lady
and ask this old lady will give me something. The moment Princess Anne shake my hand, so they call touch and carry. That's what it means. If I touch Princess Anne, and she become my wife. So now, this town in Grangeda is not far from Tucson. I will encourage a lot of Liberians to visit Grangeda and meet this old lady. Wherever you wish for, you can get it. So this is how it is. It is where it is.
All our story we not hear before. They not make okay. All they listen. They say listen here, listen here. That medicine. All I want not kill it and do nothing.
My man, look, I'm trying to promote it holiday in the little town South Tucson.
But anyway, guys, I think it was a good show, and we hope to be here on Friday. So, Jamal, you are playing some music. Play one of them for us.
Yeah, I would take you home, but not Liberia song. You know, we have a national team, which is what's the name again? This guy will play. We have him, but this time I want to a little bit change the picture and give some credit to Liberians are also doing good work. This is for me.
We really do not have copyright with it.
If like my boom making you fire, hold it, yeah. Anything you into, hold it, yeah. Now Osmo giving you my, hold it, yeah. Anything you into, hold it, yeah. If that my story can put all your breath, hold it, yeah. Olive you, anything you into, hold it, yeah. If she cooking and giving you food, hold it, yeah. Anything you into, hold it, yeah. I say I talk you, I talk you, I talk you. I say I talk you, I talk you, I talk you.
And for I would say, show over to you, boss.